नमस्कार मित्रांनो, माय बेस्ट गुरु चॅनलमध्ये आपले मनापासून स्वागत. आम्हाला प्रोत्साहन देण्यासाठी सबस्क्राईब बटनवर क्लिक करून सबस्क्राईब करून आम्हाला मदत करा. म्हणजे आम्ही तुमच्यासाठी घेऊन येऊ जास्तीत जास्त व्हिडिओज. तसेच आमच्या नवीन व्हिडिओचे नोटिफिकेशन मिळण्यासाठी घंटीच्या चित्रावर क्लिक करा.
Hello friends, today we'll learn 9th chapter Environmental Management. Important topics in this lesson: weather and climate, meteorology, solid waste management, disaster management. Point number 1. Match the atoms in column A with the proper ones in column B and explain their impact on the environment. Number A, B. Harmful waste, domestic waste, biomedical waste, industrial waste, urban waste, glass, rubber, carry bags, etc. Chemicals, pigments, ash, etc. Radioactive material, leftover food, vegetables, peelings of fruits. Bandages, cotton, needles, etc. Answer: harmful waste, radioactive material; domestic waste, leftover food, vegetables, peelings of fruits; biomedical waste, bandages, cotton, needles, etc. Industrial waste, chemicals, pigments, ash, etc. Point number 5. Urban waste, glass, rubber, carry bags, etc. Question number 1. Complete the sentences by filling in the blank and explain those statements. Into bracket: geographic favorability, climate, weather, observatory, bracket complete. Point A. Of the abiotic factors that affect biodiversity, by far the most important is geographic favorability. Explanation: geographical favorability decides life and growth of plants and animals. Hence, diversity depends upon the abiotic condition of particular region. Point B. A description of the climatic conditions of short duration in a particular area is weather. Explanation: weather is a short time condition and is related to specific time, and location. Point C. Irrespective of the progress of human beings, we have to think about climate. Explanation. Due to climatic change, there is increased frequency of natural calamities. Due to such natural calamities, there are many problems of water supply, food, health, and infrastructure. Therefore, irrespective of the progress of human beings, we have to think about climate. Point D. Establishments where various climatic factors are recorded are called observatory. Explanation. In observatory, there are records about the research done for climate and weather. Different techniques and instruments are used for meteorological process. Question number 3. Answer the following questions. Question A. How is first aid provided to victims of disasters who are injured? Answer. When victims are injured in disasters, following are the list of first aid given to them. Point A in the point 1 is airways. If the victim has difficulty in breathing, the head should be held in backward sloping position or the chin should be raised so that the respiratory passage remains open. Point B. Breathing. If breathing has stopped, the victim should be given artificial ventilation by mouth to mouth resuscitation. Point C. Circulation. If the victim is unconscious, then after giving mouth to mouth respiration, the heart should be pressed down hard by pressing the chest with both the palms. These two actions should be repeated alternately about 15 times. This is called cardiopulmonary resuscitation into bracket CPR. It helps to bring the circulation back to normal. Bleeding. If the victim is injured and bleeding through the wound, then wound should be covered with an antiseptic pad and pressure applied on it for 5 minutes with either thumb or palm. Fracture and impact on vertebrae. If any bone is fractured, it is essential that the fractured part be immobilized. It can be done with the help of any available wooden oars or batons or rulers. If there is an impact on the back or vertebral column, the patient should be kept immobile on a firm stretcher. Burns. If victims have burn injuries, it is beneficial to hold the injured part under clean and cold flowing water for at least 10 minutes. Question number 3. Answer the following questions. Question B. State the scientific and eco-friendly methods of waste management. Answer. Point number 1. Wastage separation. It is important to separate dry and wet waste for their further treatment. Point 2. Composting. By decomposing of kitchen waste, peels of vegetable and fruits, leftover food, garden waste, etc., good quality of manure can be obtained. Point number 3. Landfill method. Landfill method is method in which waste is dumped at a place which is safe from human settlement. Clays and plastic lines are placed so that leaking does not take place. Point number 4. Incineration. Incineration is an industrial combustion process used to reduce unwanted material to simple, solid and gaseous residues. Waste is burnt at high temperature, generally used for the treatment of biomedical waste. Point number 5. Vermicompost. Vermicompost. Vermicompost method is a fast method to decompose solid waste with the help of earthworms. Question number 3. Answer the following questions. Question number C. Explain with suitable examples the relationship between weather forecasting and disaster management. Answer. Point 1. With the help of science and technology, it is possible to make weather forecast. Point number 2. This helps us to coordinate effective disaster management during natural calamities. Point number 3. For example, weather forecasting predicted a high intensity cyclone would hit Andhra Pradesh and Odisha in 2014. For the preparation of cyclone, 35 teams were mobilized by the National Disaster Response Force. 38 trains were cancelled. Point number B. Schools were closed and ferry services were cancelled. Fishermen were warned about the storm. Major roads were shut down and many other preparation was also made. Point number 4. This example shows that weather forecasting can help in taking the immediate steps for disaster management. Question number 3. Answer the following questions. Question D. Why is e-waste harmful? Express your opinion about this. Answer. Point 1. Discarded mobile phones, TV sets, computers, transistors, etc. come under e-waste, that is electronic waste. Point 2. It is hazardous as it contains lead, mercury, beryllium and cadmium. Point number 3. Soil microorganisms are directly and indirectly affected by e-waste. Point 4. E-waste affects the human health. Point 5. Burning and landfilling of e-waste is dangerous for the environment. Question E. How will you register your participation in solid waste management? Answer. Point number 1. Throwing waste into dustbin only. Point 2. Separating wet and dry waste. Point 3. Using cloth bags instead of plastic bags. Point 4. Donating books and magazines to needy. Point 5. Using both sides of papers for writing. Point 6. Using 3R mantra, that is, reduce, reuse and recycle. Point 7. Purchasing products made from recycled material. Point 8. Avoiding use and throw type of articles. Question number 4. Write notes. First one. Meteorology. The science that studies the interrelationship between the various components of air, natural cycles, geological movements of the earth and climate is called meteorology. Point 2. Meteorology includes the study of storms, clouds, rainfall, thunder, lightning, etc. Point 3. Depending upon the study of such factors, weather forecasts are made. Point 4. They are useful to common people, farmers, fisheries, aviation services, water transport and various other organizations. Second note, climatic factor. Point 1. Climate of any particular place is influenced by number of factors. Such factors are called as climatic factors. Point 2. Atmospheric pressure, sunlight, clouds, rainfall, visibility, humidity, temperature, etc. are the chief climatic factors. The climatic factors are also dependent upon the geographical conditions of particular region. Point 4. The climate of the region is the average of daily readings of various climatic factors recorded for several years. Number 3. Monsoon model. Point 1. With the initiative of Dr. Vasantrao Gowarikar in the decade of the 1990s, a monsoon model based upon 16 worldwide climatic parameters was developed. This model was in use from 1990 to 2002. Point 2. There are 3 types of monsoon models. That is A. Mathematical model. Forecasts are made with the help of mathematical models which take into account estimates of current weather related events and ongoing physical interactions between them. B. Holistic model. In this model, predictions are based upon those parameters used in the models which have the greatest effect on the monsoon. Point C. statistical model. In this model, current climatic observations in a region are compared with earlier parameters such as oceanic temperature, atmospheric pressure, and the nature of the monsoon rainfall of several years. This data is comparatively analyzed by statistical methods and predictions are made about the monsoon in the present conditions. Number 4. Industrial waste. Point 1. Industrial waste are created in industries. Point 2. These waste include chemicals, oil, ash, sludge, pigments, metals, etc. Point number 3. It is not only in large volume but also hazardous. Number 4. Most of the industrial waste are toxic. They cause air, water, and soil pollution. Point number 5. It is very essential to manage the industrial waste. Otherwise, it may cause harm to birds, animals, and even health of humans. Number 5. Plastic waste. Point number 1. Plastic waste is a major constituent of domestic waste. From household garbage, plastic is spread far and wide. Number 2. Plastic waste contain harmful chemicals and are hazardous. This kills the useful microorganisms from soil. Point 3. These waste are non-biodegradable and remains in environment for many years. Point 4. If it is burnt, it emits toxic gases. Point 5. Use of plastic articles should be avoided to reduce the accumulation of plastic waste. Note number 6. Principles of first aid. Point number 1. Airway. If the victim has difficulty breathing, the head should be held in a backward sloping position or the chin should be raised so that the respiratory passage remains open. Point number 2. Breathing. If breathing has stopped, the victim should be given artificial ventilation by mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Point number 3. Circulation. If the victim is unconscious, then after giving mouth-to-mouth respiration twice, the heart should be pressed down by pressing the chest with both the palms. These two actions should be repeated alternately about 15 times. This is called cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Question number 5. Give examples of the importance of climate in the living world with explanations in your own words. Answer. Point number 1. Climate plays very important role in our day-to-day life. Point number 2. The flora and fauna of a particular region is decided by climatic conditions. Point number 3. The diet, housing, clothing, occupation and lifestyle of the people is dependent on the climatic condition of the region. Various climatic factors and weather decides the salinity of water, formation of cyclones, oceanic currents, etc. Point number 5. Various processes such as weathering of rocks, formation and enrichment of soil, etc. are also influenced by climatic factors. Point number 6. Microbes present in soil helps in formation of organic materials. Explain the suitable examples. The care to be taken when using the methods of transporting patients. Answer. Point 1. There are various methods to transport patient with care. Point number 2. Cradle method. Cradle method, carrying piggy bag, human crutch method, pulling or lifting method, two-hand chair method, four-hand chair method, or stretcher are some of the methods of transporting patient. Point number 3. Example: if a person has broken one of his leg, then he can be asked to walk by giving minimum load on other leg. While doing this, we can provide him support like a crutch. It is called a human crutch method. Point number 4. If accident victim not able to use his hands, then victim can be carried on two-hand chair. When the support is needed for the part below the waist, such patient is carried on four-hand method. Number 5. We have to see that patient is less disturbed. The care should be taken of injured body part. The patient should be transported with ease and care. Question number 7. Explain the differences. Number, weather, climate. Point 1. Atmospheric conditions at a specific time at a particular place are referred as period. Climate is a long-term predominant condition of atmosphere. Point 2. The changes of weather is for short duration. The changes of climate is for long duration. Point number 3. Weather continuously changes. Climate does not change continuously. Point number 4. Weather is related to a specific location and time. Climate is related to longer duration and larger area. B. Degradable and non-degradable waste. Point 1. It is a waste that can be decomposed easily. It is a waste that cannot be decomposed easily. Point 2. It can be decomposed by microorganisms. It requires different techniques for degradation. Point 3. It does not remain for long time in the environment. It remains for a very long time in the environment. Point 4. Example: waste food, papers, fruits, etc. Example: plastic, rubber, glass, etc.
आम्हाला प्रोत्साहन देण्यासाठी सबस्क्राईब बटनवर क्लिक करून सबस्क्राईब करून आम्हाला मदत करा, म्हणजे आम्ही तुमच्यासाठी घेऊन येऊ जास्तीत जास्त व्हिडिओज. तसेच आमच्या नवीन व्हिडिओचे नोटिफिकेशन मिळण्यासाठी घंटीच्या चित्रावर क्लिक करा.